Welcome to the video. It's me, Ciara, aka Ciara in the bonus, and we're here live on Twitch. Make sure you guys drop a follow to the Twitch to pull up to the live stream and be a part of the community. You guys can give me music and video recommendations. All you have to do is let me know that you're from YouTube so we can give you a warm welcome. Now, thank you to all the Kendrick fans that have been supporting the channel. I just want to say that right now. We are the best fan base, okay? I've been a Kendrick fan for a long time since I was a kid. Since 2013, so that would mean I was 11 or 12 or something around the first time I heard Kendrick. And I've been catching up on a lot of the old stuff that I missed. Like, I came in around, I would say, Good Kid, Mad City to Pimp a Butterfly era. It was probably more so Good Kid, Mad City era, but to Pimp a Butterfly is the era where I did a deep dive on his music and all that. So I'm actually working my way backwards. We did check out the Kendrick Lamar Overly Dedicated album. I reacted to that the first time. Check out my Kendrick Lamar reactions playlist to see that. We are also going to react to the Kendrick Lamar EP. And then one of y'all just told me in the comments about an album he did in high school it's called Minor of the Year. So we're going to check that out too. And then after that, I'm going to go and re-listen to the Kendrick albums that I heard growing up with my adult years. Now, I'm 23 now, so my perspective has grown a lot since I first heard these albums, and I'm going to do a re-listen. So if you guys want to be a part of all of those reactions, and make sure y'all tap into the Twitch. That's where I'm at majority of the time, and I do all of my content recorded live. So thank you to whoever recommended Nosetalgia. I see the name is spelled a little different. I don't know if there's a reason, but we're gonna go ahead and get into this. I'm excited. I've heard a lot of people talk about this. I've seen the clip circulating on Twitter as well. So I'm glad that I can finally go ahead and get around to it. I'm excited. I heard good things about this song. Shout out to Pusha T. Oh, and this is produced by Kanye. Oh wow, this is insane. 3 of Drake's ops on the same song, unironically. I love it. But look, make sure y'all let me know what else to check out in the comments. Please, I need good recommendations. Any Kendrick deep cuts or gems or features or stuff y'all want me to check out, please give me the recommendations in the comments. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it, y'all. Oh, I have heard this beat before. I don't think I've heard the whole song, but let's get into it. Okay.
20 plus years of selling Johnson & Johnson. I started out as a baby-face monster. No wonder it's diaper rash on my conscience. My teeth and ring.
I like that. I started out as a baby face monster. You know, baby face is something they say when you're like an adult that has like a baby face. But then he's saying the Johnson & Johnson, if I'm not mistaken, Johnson & Johnson is also a pharmaceutical company. They have their division that makes home products and baby products and stuff. And then they also have the pharmaceutical side of their company. So he's saying selling Johnson & Johnson, you know, being like a chemist, a pharmacist, a street pharmacist, so to speak, you know. And then the Johnson & Johnson bar connects to the baby powder and then the baby fat. And then they make, the baby powder prevents diaper rash. So he's kind of like playing off of all those things in the first opening 3 lines to the song. Hey, I always had respect for Pusha T's pen, bro.
Face monster. No wonder it's diaper rash on my conscience. My teeth and ring was numb by that nonsense. Gem star razor and a dinner plate. Arm and hammer and a mason jar. That's my dinner date. Then crack the window in the kitchen.
Arm and hammer and a mason jar. That's my dinner date. So I'm guessing this is how he was cooking up the drugs. Now look, I'm not gonna pretend I know how to make crack or that, you know, but I think there's baking soda or baking powder in there somehow. Hey, look, I'm not gonna pretend to be an expert. Y'all let me know, but I think that's what he's getting at right there, right? I think.
Let it ventilate, cause I let it sizzle on the stove.
Oh, he said then crack the window in the kitchen. Okay. I think that's my confirmation.
Then crack the window in the kitchen, let it ventilate, cause I let it sizzle on the stove like a minute steak. Nigga, I was cracking the school zone. 2 peoples on me, started jacket that was 2-tone. 4 lockers, 4 different bitches got they mule on. Black Ferris.
Uh-oh. 4 lockers, 4 different. Okay, so what he was pimping out, he was turning the girls in the high school to drug mules? Damn.
Cut in school with his jewels on, couldn't do wrong With a chest full of chains and an arm full of watches. What I sell for pain in the hood, I'm a doctor. Chicago, tried to fight the urge like Ivan Drago. If he dies like Doughboy to Trey. If he rides, throwing punches in his room. If he cries, he cries. We don't drink away the pain. When a nigga die, we add a link to the chain. Inscribe a nigga name in your flesh.
Damn.
Hey,
Okay.
Bestie, did you stop sharing the stream with me?
I'm recording.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You're good. The screen is shared. But so he said we don't drink away the pain when a nigga die. We add a link to the chain. At first, I was wondering, like, is he talking about the ops or what? But then when he said inscribe a nigga name in your flesh, that makes me think he's talking about a homie rather than an op. Because he's saying we add a link to the chain. Like, I'm assuming I might be reaching, but I feel like he's getting at like, oh, we gonna add a link to our chain. Like, we're gonna get a bigger chain, you know, in honor of the person. And he doesn't necessarily, I don't think, mean literally a chain. I think the chain represents getting more money, because if you get a bigger chain over the years, it's probably gonna cost more. So he's saying, I think that's what he's getting at. And then inscribe a nigga name in your flesh. It's very common for people to get family members, friends, people that have died get their name tattooed. Yeah, that's how vibe. That's what I think he's getting at. I could be wrong, but just telling y'all my 2 cents.
We play nigga die, we add a link to the chain. Inscribe a nigga name in your flesh. We playing on a higher game of chess. Once you delegate his bills, who gon' fuck his bitch the best? A million megapixels of the Pyrex. Started on the scale, did you tell my only time X? Nigga, this is timeless, simply cause it's honest. Pure as the fumes that be fucking with my sinus. Nigga, this is Simon Says. Simon, red, blood
They go
on
Kendrick.
your diamond till you dying, dead. Yeah.
That was fire verse. Hey, Dot.
You wanna see a dead body? Instrumentals from my
Oh my God, bro, the voice from this era. What? How long ago? Yeah, his voice from this era is so like iconic. I don't know if it's the mic he recorded on, the way they mixed his voice, whatever. But his voice definitely changed over the years. In terms of like what you expect him to sound like on a track versus now, like I don't know. But that's always been Kendrick's gift, like being able to play around with his voice and give like he has different voices. He raps and you know it's not just one thing. Oh, you're good, Bestie. You're good.
Christmas party, troubles on my mind.
But this one sounds very much nostalgic to this era. Like if I were to hear a song with Kendrick's voice sounding like this, I would immediately know what era it is. Is basically what I'm getting at. Okay, we're gonna keep going.
I still smell crime from my mama's Christmas party. You wanna see a dead body? Instrumentals from my mama's Christmas party. Troubles on my mind. I still smell crime. My little brother crying. Smokers repeatedly buying my Sega Genesis. Either that or my auntie was still in it. Hit the pipe and start feeling it. Ooh, we cut me some slack. We never did.
Okay, I see what he said right there. Smokers repeatedly buying my Sega Genesis. Either that or my auntie was still in it. Because, you know, when people are like drug addicts or drug dealers or whatever, sometimes it's very common for them to steal stuff, even if it's from their own family, even if it's from a kid, just off the fact of like them having an addiction and being willing to do any and everything to fuel it. You know, addiction is a disease. Like it will have people doing crazy shit. I've experienced it myself. Like it's pretty crazy. But you know, it's definitely something that I can relate to as a kid. Someone stealing stuff from the house in order to sell, for their drug addiction. So, um, it's the little things like that that like it's not always about the bars. Sometimes it's about representing people's experience, and that's why they can connect with the song. And I feel like Kendrick just does such a good job at representing the experience that a lot of us share, like just putting it into words like that, you know. But yeah, you know, this is why I love listening to Kendrick. So he said either that or my auntie was still in it, you know. So it's crazy, yeah. So his aunt was probably on drugs.
Was still in it, hit the pipe and start feeling it. Ooh, we cut me some slack.
Yeah, hit the pipe and start feeling it. So he's definitely talking about like a crack addict or something like that.
We never did that. This was different.
Interesting.
Pipe and start feeling it. Buying my Sega Genesis, either that or my auntie was still in it. Hit the pipe and start feeling it. Ooh, we cut me some slack. We never did that.
I love that. I love how he does that. Like, you know, the ooh we cut me some slack. We never did that. It's just I always say this about Kendrick: the way that he delivers the bars, the way that he delivers the words, the way he enunciates the words and uses his tone to put emphasis on things to make it rhyme, to make it stand out more than just if you were to read it on paper. That's one of his S tier abilities that a lot of people that rap aren't able to do. It's a handful, and y'all can feel free to let me know who are the other people that come to mind when y'all think about people that can bend words and play around with the enunciation in their tone. Off the rip, top people that can come to mind for me, obviously Kendrick, Eminem, Wayne, Nicki Minaj. I would say like out of the OGs. But it's Shay, if y'all got some people who y'all feel like was doing that even earlier on, let me know. Cause you know, I'm always trying to learn more about like the hip hop history and the culture and all that.
This was different. Jeez Louise, please help me relax. Quantum physics could never show you the world I was in when I was 10. Back when 9 ounces had got you 10. And 9 times out of 10, niggas don't pay attention. And when there's tension in the air,
see that? I love that. That little scheme he's doing right there where he's playing off that 10 sound, right? It is like I think people this skill just like to challenge themselves and see how much they can do. Like we just listened to an Eminem song where he did that at the end of the song. Check out the Eminem JID reaction. I just reacted to the song off M's latest project. He kind of had a verse where he played off like a certain sound, and it's like it seemed like he tried to extend the verse as long as he could. I love when rappers do this. So it's like, you know, he did the when I was 10, you see how he emphasized that 10, and then he emphasized it so you can listen out for that same sound when he brings it up. And it's like he's using 10 multiple times, right? But then he starts to play around and then throw in words that also have that 10 in it. So, you know, some people don't like when people rhyme words with words, but sometimes it's to get a point across or to tell the story. I don't think this is Kendrick rhyming 10 with 10 because he's unskilled, because he clearly shows us he knows how to throw in other words in the verse. You know, he said, when I was 10, back when 9 ounces had got you 10, and 9 times out of 10, niggas don't pay a 10 chin, right? And then he started throwing in the other words that have 10 in. And when it's tension, right, in the air, and 9 comes with extensions, like it's I just love how he did that. And I just think that's just him playing around and just flexing like his abilities right there. And as a person that enjoys writing, like it's cool when people play around with the words like that. I think what's it called? Like when words sound the same, and I don't know if this is a homophone per se, but it's kind of whatever the word is. If y'all know whatever the word is for like when things sound the same but they're spelled different. I don't know. Y'all let me know.
And 9 times out of 10, niggas don't pay attention. And when there's tension in the air, 9s come with extensions. My daddy turned a quarter piece to a 4.5. Took a L, started selling soap fiends, bubble bath. Broke his nails, misusing his pinky to treat his nose. Shirt buttoned open, taco meat laying on his gold.
He said broke his nose, misusing his pinky to treat his nose. I think people sniff coke off of their fingers sometimes. I feel like I've seen that before. I don't know how he broke his nail, but I'm visualizing it. Kendrick's always great at painting pictures.
I said daddy one day treat his nose. Shirt buttoned open, taco meat laying on his gold. I said daddy.
You see how he's playing with his voice right there? Like that's what I'm talking about when I say this S tier ability. Some people want to sound cool, so they don't want to play around with their voice. They don't even go outside of a monotone range. Like think about a rapper like Lil Baby. Think about the Baby. Their delivery sounds the same. What sets people like Kendrick and the other goats apart, a lot of them, not a lot of them, but some of them in that tier go that extra mile to play around with the full range of their voice. And they use their voice like an instrument. And then we're able to get stuff like this. Like, look, listen to how he's emphasizing it. Look, he's going to a different range there. He's going a little lower with his, he said broke his nails misusing his pinky just to treat his nose. Taco, gold. Like, you see how he's trying to emphasize that? If he said it normal, it wouldn't sound as it wouldn't stand out as much. It wouldn't have the same impact if he was like monotone with how he's delivering it.
One day I'ma get you right with 36 zips, 1,000 grams of cocaine, then your name will be rich. Now you can rack it up or sell it soft as leather interior. Drop some ice cubes in it, depot her perimeter. He said, son, how come you think you be my connect? I said, pops, your ass is washed up with all due respect. He said, well, nigga, then show me how it all makes sense.
Now, like this is, I think, exhibiting like, I talked about this in some of my other Kendrick reactions. Y'all go check that playlist out. It's going to be linked at the end of this video. But I bring this up all the time, how it's cool to see Kendrick's evolution and his ability to tell a story not just from his perspective, but multiple perspectives. And when you listen to his earlier music, you can hear how the skill evolved over the years. It was always there a little bit, but earlier on, he wasn't able to express the story from different perspectives like he is here. Like here, he's throwing a conversation into the verse, right? Like he's literally speaking from both perspectives. And I feel like over the years, you can see his ability with that got even better and better and better every single project. So I think this is a nice peek at like where he was at with that ability at this time with 2013. I mean, and we can see, I always reference We Cried Together on Mr. Morale as like the peak example of Kendrick reaching like the one of the highest tiers that he's been in his career in terms of being able to do that storytelling from different perspectives in a complex way. I think another good example, like if I were to give a song, would be like Eminem Stan is like one of the pinnacles to me of expressing a story from a different perspective and captivating the listener in a way that really does surprise them and is just very different. Um so whenever artists are able to do that, I always like to point it out because I don't feel like the music get analyzed the way that it should. The depth that it should. People focus on the rhymes and bars, but it's like, what about the writing aspect? What about the the skill that it takes to be able to do this and deliver it this way? It's easy to critique the dudes that are you know monotone and get boring and repetitive, but it's like we need to also be able to point out what makes the greats great. But like people know, but they don't know how to put the words to it. That's what I feel like my job is in terms of giving commentary and reacting and analyzing it, because it's like, yeah, I see a lot of people bop their head and do emotes, to the music and stuff, but not a lot of people analyzing it. So if you appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? Drop a follow to the Twitch, come through to the live stream, and make sure I like, comment, and subscribe on the video. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna continue to do this for as long as I react to stuff.
Is washed up with all due respect. He said, well, nigga, then show me how it all makes sense. Go figure, motherfucker. Every verse is a brick. Your son dope, nigga.
Ooh. I know that line means something. I know one of y'all big brain people already done figured out the line. So go ahead and break it down for me in the comments. Go ahead. I think I saw someone talk about this line specifically, but I'm not a drug expert. I'm not a weight expert or money. I don't know all that. But y'all let me know though. I know that's a bar. I just can't explain to y'all why it is. So y'all gotta help me out.
Now reap what you sow.
Tell me how it all makes sense. Every verse is a break. Yeah, y'all got that. Y'all got that.
Nigga, please read what you sold, nigga. I was born in 87. My granddaddy a legend. Now the same shit that y'all was smoking is my profession. Let's get it.
This sound like the cycle of drug dealing. How it get passed from one generation to another. How deeply ingrained it is in the community. What is this song that they're sampling? This gotta be a classic hip hop song right here. I know. Yeah. What song is this? Let me see. Another Boogie Down production sample from the same song that. DJ Scoot La Rock. Okay. I love this instrumental though. This was fire. Nah, this is fire. Dang, we need another Pusha and Kendrick collab though. We need another one of these. Nah, this was fire. I'm glad I checked this out, and shout out to whoever recommended this. Look, if y'all made it to the end, make sure y'all drop me some suggestions in the comments. Come through to the live stream. The link's pinned in the comment to the Twitch. Just drop a follow, and you'll get notified when I go live. And you will see it posted on my YouTube when I go live as well. But thank you guys for checking the video out. Like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, we are out.